are now on the Mimaki stand, and I'm with Brad Creighton, who's the National Marketing Manager, and there's some really exciting things happening here with new products, UCJV300 160 that we're standing in front of, and there's also a smaller version, UCJV 375. Now, these use LED UV, which is low energy, the lamps last forever, and it's a much more environmentally preferable method of UV curing to metal halide UV. So I'm going to hand over to Brad Creighton now, and he's going to tell you all about it.
No worries. Thanks, Andy. Look, we're at Visual Impact Sydney 2018. You're on the Mimaki stand right now. I'll give you a bit of a run through of a technology that's been extremely successful for Mimaki over the last 10 months. We're coming into a product that you're looking at now where we're on track to sell over 100 units in a 12-month period, which is the UCJV 300 160. As Andy said, this is LED UV, inkjet inks, print and cut 1.6 metres wide. Now, there's three main advantages that we like to point out with this technology. Number one, we've got immediate post-production benefits. Okay, so as soon as we print, we've got a cured finished print that we can either take off and laminate, we can either take off and apply, we can even scroll back through the machine, no drying, no waiting, and cut directly into the ink. So that's quite unique for this sort of end of technology. So that's the number one feature that we see. No waiting, immediate post-production application on the UCJV series. Number two, we get into media choice. We got such a wide solution regarding media that we can apply on the UCJV series. So whether you're running your traditional SAB materials, Benner materials, artist canvas, all those things are no problem. But then we can apply a lot of uncoated type materials. Whether it's uncoated paper stocks, PETs, you name it, we can try it with this technology. Number three, we get into the cutting features of the technology. As we said, this one's 1.6 metres wide, but we've got features of a cutting system that are like a standalone $12,000 investment into a plotter. So we've got a feature that we're really showing at this show called ID cuts. Now what that means is, for a converter, you can stack multiple jobs of print jobs over a roll. You can take it out and laminate those jobs. And what the machine will do, you can put it back into cut. It will reference an identification code. There's a third-party software where it stores that data. It will send the right cut data down and then automatically scan for the next ID code, source the data and cut. Really great unattended production on the UCJV. Here we are in front of our JFX series. Now, this is our designated LED UV flatbed or larger format flatbed equipment. What you're looking at here is a JFX 200 2513. So this is an 8x4 or 2.5 metres by 1.3 metre wide LED UV flatbed printer. This has been our most successful entry. This has been our most successful entry-level signage flatbed printer that we've released in the market, and we're showing some really nice features here today at the show. So what you can see, we're printing simultaneously CMYK with a spot varnish, all right, onto some screen board, and we've also applied some identification marks to show a workflow situation where you would be printing and then auto-detecting on the identification code and cutting the data. This is our CF22 1225. All right, so what we've got here, we've got an 8x4 full bed area that we can apply cutting functionality. So when we talk about cutting, we talk about tangential cutting, we talk about reciprocating cutting, and we talk about creasing. So you've got all that versatility all in the one machine. New feature of what we talk about the show with this is this machine's got the identification cut information. So we can reference this an ID code, or you can stack multiple print jobs on the JFX 200, 20, 30, 50 sheets of printing, come over to the CF22 and it will automatically, it'll register your code. Once that's registered, it will grab the correct data and the operator does not need to leave the CF22. It will cut that, you remove that off the bed, new sheet down, auto detect the next identification code, cut the right information. A really streamlined process we've now got with an 8x4 cut area, so that's 2.5 by 1200. So really nice features now with our very successful JFX 200 LED UV flatbed printer. We've now got a bundled option for cutting.